What's up, everybody? We are here officially to give a impression of how the Game Awards 2025 went. I am very excited to talk about this because, spoiler alert, I think it went very well. It's an incredibly long, grueling show. Eric and I tuned in. I I didn't fall asleep, but I totally zoned out in the middle there for a while. And Eric, you had a problem with watching like some of the beginning stuff, but there was a pre-show before everything. It's like it starts now, but it's actually, oh, we have a 30-minute pre-show, which I was initially irked about, but that was also jam-packed with goodness. So we're gonna talk about it, talk about the highlights. I did want to give you a chance, Eric, to talk about your overall impression, like if you wanted to give like a letter grade to this, and you could touch on why, what
Sure.
needs improvement. What do you think?
Yeah. Honestly, so after the show, Jeff Keighley, I believe, put out like a Game Awards report card on socials, A, B, C, D, E, or C, D, F.
Oh, he
Uh,
did that again. Okay, I
yeah,
missed
yeah. I
that.
think he does it
Hmm.
every year. I rated it the highest I've ever rated a Game Awards.
Yeah. Hmm.
I gave it a B. Uh, the reason I didn't give it an A is because FromSoft wasn't there. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's just a couple of games.
Didn't they
That's not
show
the
the
show's
Dust
fault.
Bloods though? I
Yeah, but
thought
I was hoping
for
for
a
more. No,
second they
I'm
didn't get
kidding.
into the Dust Bloods though.
It's
Yeah. Mhm.
probably a B plus show. And the main detractor for me was length.
Mhm.
And I think there could have been like the pacing got really tiresome towards the end there. Um it sort of fell off, and then I know you were hyped about the last announcement.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, that's cool, but man, that's all?" Like
Yeah.
that one more thing, like the Apple
I
thing, the one
wanted
more
the
thing,
one
it could
more
have been
thing.
more.
Yeah, I wanted the one more thing, and I think like it should be even at the very end after
Yes.
everything, like after the award, and be like, "All right,
Yes.
everybody, good night." But one more trailer before we go.
Yes.
Hit the trailer and then just like end the show with the
Just
Game
blow our
Awards
minds,
and the
don't
thing.
say anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
Elder Scrolls drops January of '27 or something huge.
Bloodborne 2
Oh my
in like
god,
a
I woulda
thousand
lost
frames
it.
per second on
I woulda
everything.
lost it. Even
Uh,
Bloodborne Remastered, I woulda lost it for.
I'm gonna give you a complete agreement statement here. Like I ended at a B plus because I did want one more thing. I thought that there was a lot announced. We saw a lot of exciting stuff, but I think it was missing just that one like element. And then the pacing as well. It's a big thing. It with the pre-show, which is 30 minutes plus the main show, which is like 3 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just too much. And I was looking back and I was like, what the first thing I would have cut was some of the games I'm not interested in. But
Yep.
that's not fair because not everything is for me. The JRPG like stuff. There was like yet another Souls like, after Souls like
Lords of the
after
Fallen
yeah, there
too,
there
and
was
stuff
all
we
these
already saw.
Japanese games that are like, it's set in like Japan and it's fantasy and it's Souls like,
Phantom
or
Blade,
it
yeah.
was an anime thing. I saw 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 anime, like some things, and it's not for me, so I kind of tone out. And then they all kind of look the same, which doesn't help. So I would have cut some of that, but something that Adam's big on, he's like, let people let people accept the rewards, have that be more of a centerpiece. And they just do these things where they just announce, here's the best mobile
Yeah,
game, here's
yeah.
the best whatever, and then like everybody claps for a second and then he just gets right into the next award. This is their solution to like condense the show, is less of a spotlight on the awards, let alone the winners. No acceptance speeches whatsoever. Feels gross. I agree on that. And it's
Yeah.
just like, but what else would I cut? Nothing really. I like the trailers, even the
Yes.
commercials, even the musical performances.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
there were some
Evanescence killed
years
it.
Evanescence was there. I was like, this is nuts. The Claire Obscure
Oh, yeah, the
musical
orchestra.
performance, that they were good. The flute guy was there. He had like 45 flutes. He had like a flute that was twice his size at one point. He was off the chain. Like there were such hype moments. What hype moments stood out to you? At any point were you just like, out of your chair because my jaw dropped multiple times during the show.
I mean, there were many that definitely the Claire Obscure, performance was excellent. I have a really cheesy one that I don't
Yeah,
think
go
would make
ahead.
your list.
No,
The
go.
Street Fighter cast coming out.
You like that?
They
It was
they
hype.
they broke a record with as many presenters on stage.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, I also thought, like, the whole trailer was so 90s, just cringe, and I loved
Mhm.
it. I loved that
Yeah.
every cast member came out. I think I was messaging you about, several people. I didn't know Orville Peck was gonna play
Mhm.
Vega, and I really like his music, so that was super cool. Um,
Momoa is Blanca, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so, and
It
that was, like, a lifelong dream of his.
it looks so camp. It's like, "Should we make this campy?" Like, "How campy?" And they're like, "Yes." They just turned it all the way up,
Yes.
and they're just, like, leaning into it, and it just looks like a fun movie, and
It's
there's
gonna be
different
garbage, and we know it, but
there's
I'm here
different
for it.
ways there's different ways to go about these things, like, how much do you lead into it? Like, the M. Bison, like, thing is just, like, everything looked like camp, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
it's gonna be a watch. Like, there's no way I'm not watching this movie.
Oh,
Like, I
100%.
have to see it. The highlight for me was the Divinity trailer,
Yeah,
Larian's
I was gonna
game.
get into that. Dude, that was tough to watch at
It
first.
was inappropriate,
It
disturbing,
it almost looked like a
next level.
crucifixion.
It was
It
they
felt
basically
Jesus-y.
they show somebody being sacrificed, burned alive, and get into it. The camera does not
Oh.
shy away. And then there's like open sex, like
Oh, yeah.
ritualistic, like
A
it's like
kid cheering it on, a
it
child cheering
was
it on, bro.
it was my jaw was on the floor. I was like, they went way too hard. Like, and I did go back and it said like mature audiences or whatever for a second.
Mhm.
It's like, but kids are watching this. Like Donkey Kong is winning an award here. Like we have to like it was so
It was too much. It was too much
it
for that type of show.
oh
Like,
my
that was
god.
borderline X-rated type of thing, like, that's
Yes.
beyond rated mature.
It was
That's like
shocking. It was
yeah,
shocking,
and
and
I
I
didn't expect a game from them like that.
Divinity, I played Divinity Original Sin 2,
Mhm.
by Larian. It's an amazing game.
I've heard good things.
They're obviously saying we're gonna lean into darker with this game. They're masters of understanding the lore and weaving it into the gameplay in a very natural way. They took Baldur's Gate and they took, D&D and they just fused it so well. They understand. So with this Divinity stuff, there is a lot of that. Like in the games, there's this type of stuff going on, like, and they're not going to shy away from it. So I'm excited for their game period. They obviously went full, like somebody had a marketing idea, be like, let's make something disturbing, and it
Let's
got
make
green
people
lit.
uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like let's be memorable, and they were like, I mean, but either way, you got to think about the children. Won't somebody think about the
Yeah.
children? But
Nobody, no fucks are given. I will
it was
say
too
it
much.
did make me want it did elevate. So I have, like, a 2026 dream backlog finish,
Yeah. Hmm.
and Baldur's Gate 3 is on there because I haven't finished it, and it escalated it straight to the top, and I imagine Divinity several years out, but even so, it made me, because they're one that I appreciate but haven't given enough attention, so yeah, that was sure something, and then I think there were just a bunch of little moments where you felt good. You felt
Yeah.
good watching that show. It kinda
Hmm.
I think I said to you, "I'm grateful that this exists,"
Yeah.
because with E3 dissipating over time and, just, like, the summer game shows not as I don't think it's as good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they knocked it out of the park, and if they shorten it even 30,
Yeah.
45
I
minutes,
agree.
they got an A from me then.
Yeah. So the award winning is important. Expedition 33 ran away with it as expected. Game of the
Almost a
year.
full sweep. They missed one game, and it was digital audio that went
Yeah.
to Battlefield 6, which is warranted.
I don't like Battlefield audio has a lot of problems when it comes to the actual gameplay and like hearing footsteps, but
Oh, yeah.
it sounds good. I would have given it to someone else in that category, but
I agree.
it g Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is on my backlog of shame, and after watching the Game Awards, I was like, "I have to do it. I have to stop." Even though, like, I didn't feel like I was in the mood for, a RPG, a turn-based RPG, it ran away with everything. Best game direction, best narrative, best art direction, best
100%.
performer, and Jennifer English, like you said, audio design,
She nailed
best
it.
indie game, best debut indie game. It ran away with everything. So
I
I
read
am
somewhere it had a less than 10 million budget was speculated, and if that's the true case, if that's actually true,
this being their first game is yeah, the bar is set extremely high, and you just have to wonder, like, where do they go from here,
they
type of
dropped
thing.
DLC last
Yeah,
night.
I
They
was just
dropped
gonna
a
mention that.
thank you DLC. So
Yeah.
it is definitely as soon as I get this PC from hell actually up and running, I'm definitely downloading that and Baldur's Gate 3 ASAP.
Yes. It is quite exciting, because it it elevates, right? When you get a game that does so many things well, you have
Mhm.
other people trying to, emulate and raise the bar. So people like Larian, and they're just making games that are setting the bar higher for the future. I got very excited at by the end of what's coming for, next year. Did any announcements stand out to you
Yeah,
for
absolutely. There were a couple. The
what are you
one
looking
that
forward to?
honestly, Resident Evil 9.
Oh my I was so hyped
I had
because
an inkling
I was so
Leon was coming
hyped.
back, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to know that, but, like, I think it was kinda pre-spoiled, of course, on the internet,
Mhm.
but the way they executed, it's not Birkin. Who's the other protagonist, the female? What's her last name?
Oh, I don't
In
know.
the lore, I should know it, I've played them all, but I love that they're gonna do the Resident Evil 4 action-y
Yes.
side quest, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna do the narrative quest. I'm curious how they come together
Mhm.
and what is gonna be the big aha moment, because they showed a new building that I think is underground Raccoon City after all the bombs dropped.
Oh
Yeah, it's
my
gonna
god, I
be
was so
nuts, dude.
exciting seeing, like, the post-crater Raccoon City, because that for me, it's all about Raccoon City, it always has been,
100%.
even when they've gone, like, different ways, whenever they showed that location again in the games, I'm just like, "This is, like, where it reached its peak," in my opinion. Someone like me who likes the action versions of these Resident Evil games, they're very clever, they're like, "Okay, some people like the action, some people like the narrative, let's just give them both in one
Yep.
game." And it's just like, because your solution was which way are they going to go, and they said, well, why not both, and that was it. So we'll see how it goes. They're going to get someone like me who likes the
It's a
action
day
games to
one.
dip
It's a
in.
day one.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked good visually, and the tone
Oh, yeah.
was just creepy enough. So
The bad guy they showed, really, really cool. I mean, grotesque as
mhm,
always, but creepy humanoid isn't like kinda like Jack from Seven.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Um, what did you have on your list that
The
was like,
big
I
thing
guess your
for
standout?
me,
Was
what
it Mega
looked
Man?
Mega Man did take the cake for me because I was so excited. I thought it was a Mega Man Legends because I had said pre-show, I was like, "Give me a Mega Man Legends," because that
Mhm.
was cool. It's it's a flavor of Mega Man that they haven't dipped into in quite a while, and
That
I'm like,
2D
"Hey,"
side scroller is gonna be awesome.
but it did, yeah, it being 2D, I was like, it looks cool, and they have obviously some gimmick to it that I kind of believe in right off the bat for some reason. The dual drive, what was it? Dual overdrive, something like that. But I
Yeah,
just
dual
know
overdrive, I think.
they're gonna have a hook to it, and I think it's gonna work out. So yes, that was hype. The way they announced it with the orchestra was very hype. But what stole the show for me was the Star Wars Galactic Racer, pod racing. Star Wars theme with people
Good
who've made
graphics.
people who made Burnout, are
Yep,
involved with it, which that has happened before and not completely worked out, but it looked great.
it
And like
does.
I think we've been wanting like a more Star Wars done in a fresh way. And I think that, a nice, modern, good looking racing Star Wars game is gonna work out
That leads me
quite a
to
bit.
my, like, that this is my moment, was the fate is it the Fate of the Old Republic trailer, the
Oh, great.
single
Mhm.
player?
Yeah.
So, I'm more of a single player guy. They encapsulated ambiance, they teased you with lore. The creator, I forget his name, he came back out of retirement to work on this game, to lead this game, and it's, I believe, a spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic,
Oh,
which was
wow.
one of the best Star Wars games of all
Yeah.
time.
Everybody
And
knows
we've
this.
had we've had some pretty, like, just okay Star Wars games. Like, I didn't play Outlaws because it ran like crap. I didn't play Jedi Survivor because it ran like crap, and it got lost in translation. So I think we're very overdue for good Star Wars games, and these two look fabulous.
Mhm.
Very pumped for that. Those three really just stood out to me too, and then, obviously, the Larian game, Divinity. It was a good
Uh,
show. It was fun. It was fun. I loved it.
One of the highlights and the last one for me, because I'm not a control person, the other one was
Mm,
the Tomb Raider games. It takes huge balls to be like, we're gonna announce two Tomb Raider games. They're
right?
they're being released, like one in 2026, one in 2027, and we're gonna show them back to back. For you to
Big
do that,
balls.
like
Big balls.
it's too much. Like, if you just say that out loud, "Oh, yeah, they did," like, why? Like, space them out. They showed them back to back, and not only that, both of them were exciting looking. They
Yeah.
both said, "Hey,
Isn't
we're"
one a reboot? The 2027 one is
yeah.
basically throwback to 1996.
Yes, that's the Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. It just looks like
So
it's like
pumped.
a remake, like, more fleshed out and,
Who's the
has a lot
gal
more
from
going in.
Claire that you referenced earlier?
Oh, the
I
oh,
think she
yeah,
might be
the,
voicing Lara
one who
Croft.
won the award. Um,
I
yeah,
could be
they
wrong on that. Don't take
I
that, but
did
I'm
hear
pretty sure.
something about that. And then the other one, which is more of a focusing on the world and adventure, is
Mhm.
Tomb Raider Catalyst. And they, again, just two takes on saying what's good about Tomb Raider. What do people want to see? It's like, oh, the dual guns, slow mo with like shooting a
Hell yeah.
dinosaur. We have that, we have like going through the tombs and swinging around. Like, they had a for the Catalyst one, they're like, here's the open world, and
Yep.
it has a style to it. Like, Laura had a style to her, the world had a style to her that I just enjoyed looking at, like, right away. And I'm like, okay, I can see your take on it. It's like less real, but more like fantastical a little bit, and
Right.
colorful. And I was like, okay, this is just enough of a difference. So that was the standouts, another set of standouts for me. But a lot
Yes.
was announced. A lot was
God,
announced. A
there was
lot's
so
coming.
much. We missed
Uh,
a ton, I'm sure, too, like, of
oh
what
yeah, there's
I mean,
stuff in
there's
there.
so many little,
F-
exciting little
they fit
things.
a lot. The Warhammer game, for Total War Warhammer 40,000 deserves a Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves,
Lego
like
Batman looked good, gonna
Lego
be honest,
Batman
and
looks so good.
I'm not a huge, like, Lego guy game. That looked cool. The Marvel Rivals with Deadpool looked cool.
I have
007 First
High Guard,
Light.
High Guard
Yeah.
from Apex Titanfall veterans. I don't
Yep.
it was just like a lot. And supposedly Xbox was nowhere to be seen.
I know, I
And
was gonna bring that
supposedly
up.
they have their own stuff coming in January. They're like, "Oh yeah, we have so much to talk about. We want our
You
own
better.
focused thing."
You better after
It was
2025.
embarrassing. Their logo was like almost nowhere. I was looking for it. So, yeah, a lot coming. We were very excited. It's all like, I'm watching next year. I have to. Even
Right.
though it was so long, I was grueling through it. I'm so tired, but I'm like, I love that I saw it. I really did.
Yes.
It's a good
I'm
thing that
curious what
it could be
Adam's take
better.
was, because
Well,
I know he was a bit of a Grinch on the Game Awards, rightfully so.
yeah, he didn't see it, I know, but there was a moment in the beginning of the show where he he starts talking about his passing of his father and
Yeah, super touching.
how important games are to him. I'm watching live, right, with Craig from the community, and I'm like, I don't like him as like, his personality. I feel like he's a
Jeff,
suit.
not Craig.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jeff. Yeah,
Need to
so
clarify that.
I was telling him, I'm like, he doesn't seem genuine to me. I always feel like he's reading off a script. As
Yep.
soon as I stopped saying that, he's like, I just want to say, my dad passed and this is really important to me. And he's up there like almost crying.
Yep.
As soon as he stops talking, I'm like, man, I take back everything I said. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
this
got I
guy's so
got
genuine.
chills.
Like
Yep.
I believed it. And I just think that I had him all wrong. And it was a humanizing moment for me. And I don't know. I think games are important to him. I don't think he's doing it because
We'll think
just for the
about if you
paycheck or
think
just for
about
the
like
fame.
yeah, if you think about like how death moves people, and we won't get too far into it, but if
Mhm,
you do follow him on any socials,
mhm.
he plays a lot of games.
Yeah,
He's
yep,
very active. He kind of reminds me of a Larry Herb from
mhm,
Xbox in the old days. Um, and the community kinda needs that, and I was
yep,
kinda thinking about it too last night. What a job to have to do.
yeah,
Like, in the spotlight, biggest that effectively the Grammys of gaming, of course, people are gonna shit on you as a host. The
yeah,
internet's toxic,
yeah,
but if you can't, like, realign as a human and, like, maybe peel the onion layer back a little and just recognize, like, this is a hard job.
yeah,
It's not easy, and to organize it, to be the lead of it, I'm sure he's got a huge team and everything.
mhm.
But still, I love that he brought the human element of life can be hard and games are important and games get us through tough shit. I mean, that's why this community exists.
Yeah, the message he was giving resonated with me. I know that, everything he was saying, he's like, this helps us get
Mhm.
through the dark times. I was like,
Yep.
damn it. Like, that's what we need to hear right now. So, yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. Thank you for
Amen.
talking to me about the
Yeah,
Game
thanks for
Awards.
getting this
Thank you,
together.
everybody, for listening to this. We're going to try to have this posted day after the awards. So it's like really fresh. And we're going to be talking about it all week in the Megadads Discord. So please join for free. You can find a link in the YouTube description or wherever you look up Megadads. But yeah, the YouTube stuff is really good. I recorded the first 2 hours of the show before I had to stop the recording. I was like, this is way too long. I wasn't expecting this. So I'll try to just have B-roll just playing.
Cool.
And yeah, thank you everybody for
Thanks,
joining us. We
guys.
appreciate it. All right.